Hey, check it out. When you don't mute your mic, you can hear people a lot better. Man, you guys should have heard me too. I was talking about all the funniest stuff. All right. I am Seth Macy. I reviewed Microsoft Flight Simulator. I gave it a 10. I consider it a masterpiece. It's reflected in my review, which I believe you should absolutely check out, read, watch the video, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. I'm going to be taking your questions that you have about Microsoft Flight Simulator. So don't be shy. I'm also going to be doing some landing challenges. This one's a bummer. I was doing really great in this one, and then I lost. I lost my place. I was the top scoring person in the world for the landing challenge for Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So Jeremiah Rebel Lols asks, is this game going to be on Xbox Game Pass? Yes, I believe so. I know that it is on Xbox PC Game Pass beta, so if you have that service, if you're subscribed to it, you can start playing this game tomorrow. You might even be able to preload. I don't know. If you live in Australia, tomorrow's today. Carve What asks, what is the best budget control scheme to use on a PC? And before I had my mic muted, I was showing this off because this is the best budget solution to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is just a regular Xbox One controller. You could probably find an Xbox 360 controller for even cheaper. That's why I'm the deals guy. All right. So I'm going to fly into Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I'm still on mute. Am I still on mute? I don't think I'm on mute. SJL Gamers asks, how extensive are the accessibility features? They are pretty robust. There's a lot of settings that you can change to make this to your liking. As far as accessibility to like the casual, I just want to fly around, you can turn all the assists on, and it's basically like, I don't know, flying an airplane in GTA. Or you can be a total pilot boss, turn them all off, sit on the taxiway, do all your checklists before you even start the plane. You know, engine stalled out. Okay, so these landing challenges, I'll start with different configurations. This one is at, as you can see, the gears down, flaps are at 10 degrees. This is a Cessna Citation. So, here we go. The pressure's on. Matt Fluffy asks, what are the system requirements for Flight Sim? You can turn the graphics down pretty far. I am running personally GTX 1080, i7 7700, 32 gigabytes of RAM. If anything, I would say that if you're going to juice up anything, juice up your RAM. Because earlier when I was playing, I checked in my performance manager, and I was using, and granted I had it under load, but I was using 52% of my memory. So, okay. I forgot to see how fast I was supposed to be going, so there's a good chance I'm going to do very, very bad at this landing challenge. I'm already off center. Oh man, pressure's on. I should have practiced. What was I thinking? Doing work all day? God dang. You don't need 32 gigabytes of RAM to run this game. I don't know if it portions out your available RAM, because I was running 16 gigabytes of RAM until just very recently, and I had no problems whatsoever. Okay. I should probably... I have no idea what my speed is. Oh my god, I'm coming in way too hot.
500.
Way too hot, way off center. Oh yeah, that's terrible. And we bounce. Oh, oh, floated that one. Oh no! Definitely not a world record attempt. Tyler W309 asks, is this going to be on Steam or just Microsoft? Funny you should ask. It's on both. It's on Steam, as a matter of fact, as well as the Microsoft Store. Kefka asks, do you have any real-world flight experience? I mean, does flying in a plane count? No, I do not have any real-world flight experience. Ah, that was terrible. Look at that ground roll. That's the distance from the center line. Awful, awful, awful. All right, we're going to do the weekly challenge, which is in Courchevel, France. Shadowhunter asks, 500, is that the cost of the DLC for the landing? No. There's no DLC for the landing. You gotta do that. It's all skill. So this is a cool thing that they do. I mean, it's the live challenge. And this is going to change up every 2 weeks. And as you can see, I am no longer on the leaderboards, which is devastating. As this game sort of reaches more people, I mean, I was on the leaderboards with 990,000 points, and now, and you can see that's almost half of what the leader is now. So, all right, let's fly. Rick Bennett on Facebook asks, is there any multiplayer? Can I cause a midair collision with my buddy? There is multiplayer. You could cause a midair collision to the best of my knowledge. I haven't tried it out yet, but any crashes that you do, the screen turns blank and it says you collided with an object midair, or you broke your landing gear, or whatever. You overstressed the 747 when you were doing barrel rolls, which I love to do. Crave Play Gaming wants to know, what's your favorite part of this game? Where do I even begin? I would say, man, visiting places that I have been before in real life and seeing how well they match. I mean, obviously, because this is all satellite imagery. No, I'm going way too fast. Adjust my throttle here to 80 knots. Like last year, my family and I, we drove from Maine to Quebec City, and in the game, I took off from my local airport. I found like the highways that we drove, and I just drove like 1,000 feet over them and just like took in the beauty of northwestern Maine and southern Quebec, which sounds like an oxymoron. Mike Weisberg says, what are the specs of the computer that you're using? Well, if you weren't here before, I'm using a i7 7700K with a GeForce GTX 1080 FTW graphics card, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have two NVMe M2 SSDs. Oh, geez, I'm going way too fast. Way too fast here. This is going to adversely affect my landing. I thought with an M2 SSD, it would maybe reduce the load times, and the load times are the one knock that I have against this game is the load times are reasonably significant for what you might be used to playing console or other PC games. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't bother me at all. Oh man, I overshot that so much. Oof. Yeah, last night when I was playing these challenges by myself, like I would just hold my breath as I was getting closer to the runway. And these are actual airports. There's no go around to this airport. If you miss the runway, you hit a mountain, which is a bit of a bummer. All right. I might have messed this one up. Come on, baby. I'm aiming for that target right there. That's my stall warning. Oh! Oh, that might have been it. That might have been it. That might have been the world record. Come on, baby. I think actually I was going too fast. I think I hit the runway a little too hard. A little too hard. Ah. Wow. Yeah, so yesterday, a score of 877,000 would have put me in the top 20, and now I am 209th. Let's see what the top... Oof, man. That's real tough. Taylor Summers asks, how's the tutorial for someone who's never flown? There's actually a really great flight school where you're in a Cessna 152. I said 172 in my... I said the wrong plane in my review, and I'm embarrassed and horrified. But yeah, no, it teaches you like everything you need to know. And then your last lesson, you fly from Flagstaff to Sedona, Arizona, using visual flight rules, and it's awesome. Yang Lu asks, does it have a VR option? It will have a VR option. It does not have a VR option yet, but it's coming to the HP VR. Miles Humphreys wants to know if there are military aircraft. No, that was a big bummer for me. I was kind of hoping I'd get to fly the C-130 because that's my favorite airplane. I know you all absolutely have favorite airplanes. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to have, but no, there are no military aircraft. The premium deluxe version has 30 aircraft, 3 airliners, a couple turboprops, some prop planes. It's more than enough. Alright, I gotta take these glasses off. SAS007 asks, do you think this game will take off? Yeah. Yeah, I think it will. I know you're making a joke. Administrator 92 wants to know if you can fly through hurricanes. The weather's real time. If you want to fly in real time weather, I think you can. I don't think there's any hurricanes at the moment. Okay. Are all planes available? Beast Mode Jelly wants to know. Can I fly a Boeing? You can fly the Queen of the Skies herself, the Boeing 747, which is actually being retired, which I didn't realize. I've never flown on a 747. It always seems like a really cool plane. Just basically, you know, a really long apartment building that goes from LA to Australia. Gor Gruzhevsky asks, any helicopters available? No, there are only fixed wing for the time being. No helicopters. I think they talked at one point about that being an option for the future, but we shall see. Flaps down. Coming in a little too hot. Yep. A little bit of flare. A little bit of flare. It's a good touchdown, but I was off center line. Sushi O asks, is this your first flight sim? No, I used to have a flight sim for my home computer years ago. Oh, I got over 1 million! I'm moving up, 57th in the world. And we had Flight Simulator 4.0, which was like 1990, and that one was cool because you could make your own airplane. So I would just, you know, like make a 100-foot wingspan and then try to take off from the old airport in Chicago there, and it wouldn't do anything. Do some more landing challenges. Let's see. Do my favorite one. I can't remember if it's in heavy. I think it's in heavy wind. Strong winds. Yeah, here we go. Nanwalek in Alaska. This is unbelievable. Is there any progression in the game? Yeah, but it doesn't like unlock anything. It's just like, hey, you've flown 50 hours. You're a first officer now. Does this game show in real life traffic? Yes, if you want to turn on real life traffic, you can fly with real life traffic. So it's pretty crazy. Did you find your house? Yeah, in game. That was the first thing I did. Was I flew over my house? Yeah. And it doesn't. It uses an algorithm to just generate, like, it knows that there's a house there, and it sort of just generates a, not a generic, but, you know, whatever. It just generates a house there. So it doesn't look like my house, but it's exactly where my house is. It's exactly where my neighbor's house is. It's like, I flew over my mom's house. I flew over the IGN offices. Marley wants to know if you can fly over restricted areas like prisons, the White House, etc. I have not tried to fly over a prison or the White House. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I did take off from Pyongyang and land in Seoul, Korea, in a historic flight of peace. So yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I think you could land at Area 51 if you wanted to. So, all right, this is my favorite landing challenge of all because it is. If you've never looked up Nanwalek airfield, go after this is done, of course. Go check it out on YouTube because the actual like flight footage of people landing at this airfield is whoo. I mean, they get the three-wheel motion like Snoop Dogg coming around the corner. It is crazy. Can you Swift T27 asks, is keyboard and mouse fine without joystick, thruster, and rudders? If you have an Xbox controller, I think you'd be fine. I did not play with just the keyboard and mouse. I know that Flight Simulator X, you could use mouse as yoke, and I believe that has carried over to the new Flight Simulator. Woo woo. Heavy winds. There's a 20-knot crosswind. I'm not trying to break any records here. I'm actually trying to just land the airplane. But seriously, go after this is done, go check this out, this airfield on YouTube, because it is just crazy to see. And it's also crazy how amazingly accurate Asobo Studios has gotten. I mean, I'm really quite smitten of this game. Flaps down. You gotta come in. You gotta come in sideways. Oh no! 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 I'm gonna miss it. Yep, I'm gonna miss it completely. And in the landing challenges, there's no go around, which is a bummer. So yeah, I'm not gonna do very well in that one. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm gonna hit somebody's house. Oh god! Oh god! Oh, okay. That's what happens. Have you played with a flight stick? Randall Hyatt wants to know. That's what I'm playing with right now. This is the Thrustmaster Airbus, excuse me, flight stick. It's pretty nice. I have a review I'm working on for this. This is the exact flight stick that's in like the Airbus A380, A320 Neo, with a couple of extra. You know, obviously they don't have 16 buttons on the side on the real airplane. All right, we're gonna try that one again, and this time we're not gonna crash. I want to get the Logitech, like the whole, like the dad energy from this game is unbelievable. Like I'm wanting to get the yoke and the throttle and the pedals and like get a instrument array, and you know, I haven't done that yet. All right, here we go. John Ron 2000 on Twitch wants to know, aren't flight sims originally meant to be played with sticks on invert? They're not inverted. That's just how airplanes work. which I think is why I play inverted in all my games. Isaac Pike asks, what was that airport called? This is Nanwalek. I'm super sorry if I'm saying that wrong, because I know I am. It's Nanwalek in Alaska, and it is the real deal. This is a town about a few hundred miles from Anchorage. And I think the population is 250 people. And this airstrip is legitimate. And there are 20 knot winds buffeting my poor little... Here, I'll do an external view. You can see, like, I'm not even... Well, I should probably not do that. William asks, how big is the download? The download is tremendous. It was a 96 gigabyte download after the installer. So, yeah. It's chonky. I'm going way too fast. Time to put my flaps down. And you want to aim for that little shrub right down there. You see it? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Yeah, this one is so hard. Oh no! Oh no! Ooh. Nope. Oh man, oh god! Almost went into the sea. Hit the brakes this time. Everyone is asking how much to buy. It's $60. Unless you have... Did you see that score, by the way? That score was awful. Unless you have Xbox Game Pass for Windows Beta. A little bit of a mouthful. In which case, you can download it beginning tomorrow. The base game. I don't know if they offer the Premium Deluxe version. But I say in my review... The base game's 20 airplanes and airports, more than enough for me. Unless you're like a real big fan of the 787, I don't see any reason to spend the $120 for the full version. Unless you're into that. I'm not going to judge. Nye8 wants to know if there's a way to pre-download this so you can play at midnight. I am not 100% sure on that. I would go to the Microsoft Store and check it out, or check it out on Steam and see, because it's a chunky download. It takes a while. You know, I don't have the fastest speeds, but I have fast speeds. I have 100 megabits per second, which used to be top of the line, but now people with their fiber internet. I'll show you how that's all wind. That is not me at all. I'm not even controlling the plane. That is just... Uh-oh, I shouldn't have been doing that. Disneyland Experience wants to know if you can fly over Disneyland. Yeah, I haven't, but you can fly over anything. I am coming in way too high, way too hot. Because I'm just trying to talk to you nice people. Way too high. Way too high on this one. Way too fast. Ah, this one's going to be terrible. I'm just going to point the nose down.
500.
Oh! Oh no! Ah! Okay. Three-wheel motion, baby. Well, two-wheel, but. Stop. Airplane, stop. Stop. Swift T227 asks, do you have or are you using the Thrustmaster TCA Quadrant Airbus Edition right now? Yes, I am. All right. This time, I'm not going to allow myself to be distracted. I'm going to do 85, 70, 60. I'm going to touch down so gently. I'm going to pretend that my co-pilot is holding an egg inside of a hard substance that would break an egg. Here we go. Haunter asks, when you log on, does the game give you something to do, or do you have to make your own trips every time? There are these challenges that you can do right away, or you can just take off from anywhere. It's amazing. I mean, literally anywhere that has an airfield, you can take off from it, or you can land at it. These landing challenges are a lot of fun. I really enjoy them. They're extremely hard. And like I was saying earlier, you can turn up the sim level to, 100%. And whereas you have to start you have to run through your checklist, start the airplane, run through your taxiing, your takeoff, your climb, all that stuff. Okay. All right. Here we go.
500.
Oh, that wind. Cursed wind. Ooh, yeah. Headed into the wind now. Okay. I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Flaps down. Oh no. Yep. Oh. Yep. Messed it up. Gotta hit that brake. Oh no. Retired USAF gamer. Hey, what's up? I would have been eligible for retirement 2 years ago had I not gotten out. Yeah, ground roll's terrible. Landing precision was terrible. Smoothness, not bad. I'm going to try that one again. It's going pretty good, retired USAF gamer. Murray Grieve asks, can you land on just the normal ground? Yeah, you can. If there's you could land on a road. I landed an Airbus A20neo on the highway between Alamogordo, New Mexico, and El Paso, Texas, because it's like a nice straight stretch. I just touched it down. Unfortunately, I didn't quite hit the pavement, and I had a gear fail, but that's okay. It's possible. Yeah, you can land like one of these smaller planes. You can just land anywhere. I was flying last night, like way up north in Canada, and I saw like a clearing in the beautiful Canadian woods. I thought it'd be nice to sort of, see the nature, the natural beauty of Canada. I just landed in a field, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Quebec. Okay, I'm gonna get serious on this one. Oh, she falls over the crowd. me show you the inside of the cockpit, just how cool it is.
500.
Also, while I'm here, I want to clear up a misconception from my review. I was in the Air Force, but I was not a pilot. I was a civil engineering electrician. We would go to 4 deployed locations where there was no base, and we would build one. All right. What's wild is watching YouTube videos of actual like landings into this airport yesterday made me realize what I needed to be doing to get in here myself. Oh, ah, dang it! Floated right over it. Ah. That's gonna be like the lowest score ever, 150. Retired USF gamer was a port dog. Went on flight lines early to help you guys set up with Red Horse. Yeah, baby. Rapid Engineer Deployable Heavy Operations Resource Systems Engineer. Some terrible acronym. That might be a new low score. That might be the all-time worst score that I've ever gotten. All right, let's do a different landing challenge. Let's do one I've never done before. All right, we are going to land a Cessna Grand Caravan into a Bugalaga airstrip, which I think is it's a hill. This is another one you should look up on YouTube because you would not believe that it's real. I have not landed this one yet. Like, look at that. Look at. Oh man. Penguin Powered says, I'm with you, man. Air Force, no pilot, but every time I would say Air Force, people ask me what kind of plane I flew. Sigh. Yeah. I would tell people I was an electrician. They'd be like, oh, you worked on the electrical on planes. I'd be like, no. Sometimes I'd go to the hangars and fix a light bulb. Because there's like this dumb regulation where it's like, if it's above 10 feet, then you have to call the civil engineering squadron to come and change the light bulb. But if it's under 9 feet or below, then the facilities manager has to change it out. So people would, yeah. Or if it was hardwired in, it was our responsibility. But if it was plugged in, it was the responsibility of the facilities manager. I can tell everyone is just riveted. Keep these questions coming. I love it. I'm having a great time. I have not flown this one yet, so... That is Bugalaga right below us. This is in Indonesia, and we are going to be landing on a hill. What am I flying currently? I am flying a Cessna Grand Caravan. And there is video of one of these planes landing at this actual airstrip. Whoop. So that's the air. Oh man. I'm having some performance problems here. Probably due to the fact that it's 1,000 degrees currently in my office. Yeah, this is a bummer. I'm using the active. I don't even know where this is. I don't know. Oh, I am way too low. Yeah, this isn't gonna happen. I don't actually know where the airfield is. Oh no, no! Oh man, I came up way too short. Oh god, I'm at stall speed. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh. Any release date for console? There's no release date for console yet, which is a huge bummer because I think on Xbox Series X, this game's gonna look amazing. Because right now I'm only playing at 1440p. I would love to play it at 4K HDR. That'd be amazing. Also, oh, never mind. Thought we were gonna have a visitor. I'm gonna blame it on my computer lagging out there. That's why it happened. All right. Textron Aviation says in a 208 Bravo Grand Caravan Echo X-Ray. Need to lose some speed. These clouds and weather and whatnot, they behave the way you would expect them to behave. So the wind shears off the face of like hills and mountains. Yep, nobody on this flight. That's good. Won't have to listen to them scream. Hey, there it is. At least we see it this time. We're not looking up at it. That's a great place to be. I should have put the PC specs in the description. GTX 2080 graphics card, i7 7700K, CPU, 32 gigabytes of RAM. And I'm running this off of an M2 NVMe SSD, which I hoped would improve loading times, but doesn't seem to have affected it. Alright. It's the maiden landing. I think I'm at stall speed. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, shoot. But look at this, you have to go up a hill.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
A little bit of float, a little bit of float. It's okay, we'll get to the top. Yeah, good enough. Oh! Achievement unlocked on the green, baby. Without using any assistance. We did it! At least a 12-degree incline without using any assistance. I believe that Bugalaga airfield has a 24-degree incline, which is unbelievable. DC147 asks, can I play this game if I've never flown a plane in real life? Yes, you absolutely can. Turn on all the assists. It's like flying in GTA. It's fun. Just see the sights. Enjoy yourself. DC147. Oh, I just asked your question. Sorry about that. Fletch Davidson asks, will it have a drone view without the plane showing? It absolutely has a drone view. It has several different views you can set. You can save. You know, you can fly around in the drone, and you can save that camera view and then just access it anytime. It's pretty robust. John Marley wants to know if it is harder. Is it harder to land a plane in this gun or Top Gun on NES? It is. No one has ever actually landed the plane in Top Gun on NES. That's a myth. It's like people who beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. They're liars. No, I'm just kidding. No, that game I don't think I ever landed, and I really wanted to like that game too. Gravy Biscuit says prop planes only. No, there are a few jet airliners. There's the A320, the Boeing 747, and the Boeing 787. Those are the 3 jet aircraft that are available to you. To get the 787, though, you have to buy the Premium Deluxe Edition, which is the big one, the $120 version. Try this one more time. How's the story mode? Is the main playable character likable? Yeah, the main playable character is me, so it's awesome. It's like the most likable character I've ever had in a game. Retired USF Gamer says if it's like the older games, the modding community will have every world airline. Yeah, they have in the menus right now. They have like an option for developer mode, and they have an option for third parties. There's nothing in those right now, but like they're open to just kind of like in Flight Simulator X. Which my son is obsessed with, and now he's like really excited about this one. Too bad. I'm just kidding. I'll probably get it for Christmas. Dead Roach wants to know, can I crash my plane into other people's planes? I haven't tried it. But I'm almost certain it's possible, because that would, you know, constitute an air disaster. And there's a multiplayer mode, there's live traffic mode. Okay, good. I'm feeling good about this one. If you watch video of either one of these landings that I've done, these crazy landings, if you watch like live video on YouTube, like the level the yoke is moved around by the pilot, just trying to keep things. I cannot imagine landing as a passenger on this airfield, much less flying it as a pilot. But hey. Here we go. It's coming in way too fast. Way too fast. Oh, that hurt. That was a tough one. Ooh. Brake. Up to the top of the hill. This is the first flight simulator that has inclined runways. So, yeah, that wasn't good. That was a huge bummer. Jet 082S. Can this be played offline? Yeah, you can play it offline. You don't need to stream. You can, if you have like a data cap, or you just don't want to, you know, slow down the internet for everybody else. You can preload areas. Kind of like in the old Flight Simulator, you know, where you'd like buy the expansion for New England or the Midwest. Sort of the same idea. Daft question, but does have missions to do? Yes, it has missions actually. It has these landing challenges. It also has bush flight challenges, where you know you take off in like a Cub from God knows where, and you just fly. Visual flight rules to wherever it is that you're, you know, assigned to go on that particular mission. And I haven't done one of those yet because it's like 7 hours. But hey, it's you know, the weekend 4 days away, so we shall see. Look, who am I kidding? I'm gonna play all those bush challenges. Okay? It's fun. I like this game a lot. That's why I gave it a 10. I think it's amazing. Alright, should we do a different challenge? Yes, I think we should. We'll do Courchevel in the TBM, which I am not good at flying. I'm a terrible pilot for this airplane, so wish me luck! MG Pilot, does the game help you with approach charts? Does it help you? How do you mean? Like, does it give you like a tutorial assistance? For these landing challenges, this is about as good as it gets. It says 105, 95, 85 knots. If you hit that line of the approach, and you hit those speeds, you'll do all right. You probably won't get on the leaderboards, but Nicholas Peppersack wants to know, is there a kind of a career mode a la Truck Simulator that has you flying routes? No, but Truck Simulator is another one of my favorites. I did not think I was going to like Truck Simulator nearly as much as I do, but that game is, man, that is just a good game. I didn't see, was my gear down? Was anybody paying attention? My gear is not down. Alright, like I said, I'm really bad at flying this airplane. To the point where I actually don't like flying it. Do you think a GTX 1060 will be able to run this game? Yes, I do. You just won't be able to turn the settings up to like high. You probably run it on medium or low or like a custom setting. What I'm hoping is somebody sort of figures out what's going on in this game and says, you know, hey, turn this setting off. It hurts performance more than it helps the graphics, and then you can sort of tweak it to that. We recently did an article like that for Horizon Zero Dawn, the PC port of that game, and it was really cool. And you should check it out on IGN.com. So there's Courchevel, France. Should probably put my gear down. The other day I was playing the landing challenge into Nice, France. And yes, I will say France every time. And it would have been an unbreakable world record. It was the most perfect landing. I mean, my vertical speed was like 1. My center line was, I wasn't off at all. I hit the target exactly in the center, and I had forgotten to put my gear down. So I failed. Oh, man. Rehan Nakoda wants to know what the longest flight I've had so far. I think I did like a 3.5-hour flight. Just got up there and went from the Hamptons to my local airport. And I did that because my son and I were plane spotting, and these like really nice people just came off the airfield in the plane and got into like their BMW M6. We're like, oh, where are you coming from? They're like, oh, we just came in from the Hamptons, so I was like, cool, I'm gonna go home and fly that too. I'm coming in too low and too fast, or too slow rather.
Stall.
Yep.
Stall.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh well. Hey, we did it though. A successful landing is one you can walk away from. They teach you that in flight school, in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Chula McFadden says, is there built-in audio voice support for multiplayer? I don't know. I haven't tried it. I would assume so. I think it just uses the regular Xbox Live if you're playing it on Microsoft. Night Dekiller. Do you get achievements in free flight or only by doing missions? You get achievements just depending on what the achievement is for. So, you know, if you land on a grass airstrip in free flight, then you get the achievement for landing on a grass airstrip. If you land on the incline, you get the, you know, if you set the weather to live and it's like over 20 knots and you land successfully, you get a achievement for that. Bells, is this better than that one flight sim for the SNES? You mean Pilot Wings? Ooh, it turns out I'm the world's greatest Pilot Wings player, so that's a really hard one for me to say. Yeah, probably. There's no jetpack in this one though, or skydiving, or attack helicopter where you have to rescue the flight instructors. Does the number of CPU cores matter in this game, or is single core performance more important? I don't know. I wish I knew. Like I was just saying, I hope that somebody puts together like a real, like what Digital Foundry does, where they just break it down. They're like, okay, this is what's important. This is what you should upgrade. This is what you should turn off to get the best experience. I mean, like straight out of the box with just letting the game pick the settings for me. I am more than happy. It's incredible. Does it have background music? Huzaifa Shahid, I'm sorry for messing up everybody's names. It does not have background music. It's just like a regular plane. You're just listening to the sound of the sky. Here we go. We're gonna do this. I believe in this. I believe in me. I believe in all of you. I also forgot the speeds that I'm supposed to be going. Way too fast. Way too fast. And there's a lot of wind. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Palomino. There's Courchevel. I want to go to these places for real. Have you taken a big bird up yet? Not on this stream, but yes. The A320 Neo is so hard to land, which is good, because that means it's hard to crash. Because there's so many systems in place to just keep you from, putting it down too hard. Not that I've ever flown an A320, I can't be like, well, in my experience as a pilot. Oh, gear. Don't want to make that mistake again. The Bing Maps integration is so genius. I was thinking, what if in 5 years, Forza, the Forza Horizon of the year 2025 uses like Bing Street View, and you can just like race in your neighborhood. And I'll talk about that tomorrow on Podcast Unlocked. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. A little bit of rudder. Straighten things out. Little flare, little flare.
Stall.
Oh. Oh, that was so smooth. It was a little off target, but... It wasn't as smooth as I thought it was. Aaron Coates, anything I should know as an optimistic beginner? Yeah, do the flight lessons, and then you'll be able to fly any plane in the game. It is such an accurate simulation. I mentioned this in my review. Some of the flight equipment, like the Garmin electronics and the glass cockpits, I downloaded the PDFs from the manufacturer's website so that I could figure out how to work the simulated versions in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So what happens if you crash? Does the airplane break apart, or does it just hit the ground like a bone? It just goes bing. You don't hear it, you don't see anything, it just goes black. Just like in real life. Oh. Gbroa64, I bought it on Steam. I've got the Game Pass. Can I download it through Game Pass and then when it releases on Steam, play it there? I don't see why not. Well, 25th in the world isn't bad. You know what stinks though? I gotta wrap this up. I'm having so much fun. I'm gonna still play. I mean, don't get me wrong, but any last questions? Because I'm actually gonna have to. I'm gonna have to stop playing here in a minute. So hit me. What do you got for me, Twitch? I'm watching. YouTube, Facebook. All right, folks. I'm gonna give you another minute here. Actually, well, you know what we'll do? We'll do a quick run through of like the what landing challenges they are. Oh, I'm being asked if I would keep doing it. Let's do a 747 in strong winds into Innsbruck, Austria. I don't have to end. I can do this. I'm gonna keep doing it for a minute. I'm gonna land the 747 into Innsbruck, Austria. And then I'm going to say, Auf Wiedersehen. Big Moo wants to know, sorry if they've been asked already, joystick controller or keyboard and mouse? And 2, is this playable with a dual monitor setup? On the joystick controller or keyboard and mouse, I had no problem playing with an Xbox controller. I played a lot of this with an Xbox controller. I'm playing with a Thrustmaster flight stick. I have played with a Logitech, the yoke. All of them are great. I haven't played with the mouse's yoke, so I can't speak to that. But if you're used to that, I don't see why not. And is this playable with a dual monitor setup? Absolutely. One of the things that they stressed when they were developing is this. It has all this crazy new support for home cockpits. So if your dad energy is like 9,000, I mean, and you want to build just like a multi-monitor with all the bells and whistles set up in your basement, or when the kids move out, you want to convert one of their bedrooms into a cockpit. Like, they're all for that. They want you to do that. That's what's cool about the developers. They so love not only this game and the community, but they love just aviation itself. So, all right, let's do this. Let's fly into Innsbruck, Austria, mit ein 747 8. I don't speak German. I only know the numbers. I took German for 3 years. I could swear in German. Your boy Steven, do you think this will be a Series X launch title? I don't know that for a fact, but I really wouldn't be surprised if it were a launch title for the Series X, because this is a super good game, and I love it, and I want to marry it, but that would go against the laws of God and man. So I can't marry a simulator. Plus, I'm already married and I love my wife. She's not watching. Are there plans to change paint schemes like the airlines? That would be cool. That's a question from William Wenzel. And there are liveries. There is an option for liveries, but there aren't any yet. And I don't know if that's going to be something like first party, or if it's going to be, like user generated. I know in the past, like I want to, like, dude, come on. Like I want a Pan Am 747. Oh, and I'm having some performance issues. So let's see how this works. Once again, it is very, very warm in here. Also, the 747, this might come as a surprise. It's a real big airplane. Oh yeah, I'm having some difficulties. Oh no, did anyone notice if my gear was down? Have a favorite aircraft to fly, and why? I mostly end up flying the Cessna, the 172. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. It's pretty versatile. The biplane, which I can't remember the name of right now, it's like one of those. If you've ever been to an air show, you've seen somebody just like doing corkscrews, barrel rolls. That one's really fun to fly, but by and large, that little Cessna that's like comes with the base game, it's maybe my favorite. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's the most like realistic that if I'm ever gonna actually fly a plane. Uh-oh. Stall warning. Oh god. know if my gear is down. Okay, my gear's down. Whew. I wasn't paying any attention. I'm way off center. What FPS are you hitting normally when I'm not streaming? I'm hitting 60. But with it being hot in my office, I'm way too high. This is a bummer. And also streaming. Yeah, I'm overspeed. Like, oh man, I'm so fast. Like I have my flaps flaps down, engine idle. I'm way too high. Way too high for an approach. Way too fast. Let's see if I can salvage this. Everyone on this flight is just terrified right now.
150, 40.
Uh-oh, floating. Oh no. Yeah, see that's what happens when you
20.
I'm gonna run out of air. Oh boy, I just bounced. That's gonna affect my score. Esports Ghost, you reckon it will come to PS4? Nope. This is a Microsoft Studios game. Hey, that was great! I thought I really messed that one up. Cool. Good for me. And I'm 16th in the world. It's not a bad place to be. Alright. We'll do one more. We'll try that one again. And then, you know, I'll throw to nobody. I'm just talking like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. You should stick around for NG Plus though. That is coming up in 56 minutes. And that's our daily news, games, and more show. All right, no more screwing around. We're gonna do this for real. Meet him wants to know, is this on max settings? No, it's not on max settings. Far from max settings. This is a custom high settings based on my PC specs, which next time I stream, I'm gonna drop those in the description. Lauren Galloway wants to know, what's your favorite flight movie? Do you mean a movie about flying or a movie that I've watched on an airplane? This game will be the Crisis PC Killer app. It runs pretty well considering what it's doing. Like, I mean, I should say, it runs amazingly well considering what it's doing. This has got me wanting so badly to, like, build just a beast mode flight sim PC. Uh-oh. Is that my stall warning? I don't really know this airplane very well. Yeah, I'm too high, I'm too fast. As far as my favorite flight movie, I think the obvious answer is Top Gun, but the problem with being in the military is when you see a movie about the military, you're like, oh, they wouldn't wear their uniforms to the officers club. Everyone would think they were nerds if they did that. That's my speed. It's still pretty hot. Okay. Everyone just be cool. Be cool! My favorite flight movie is Snakes on a Plane. There. We are at idle. 4 white lights. No biggie. No big deal.
500.
Flaps. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
300.
Oh yeah.
200.
Okay. Okay, a little rudder. A little rudder.
100.
Oh babe. Oh no, too much.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, I bounced. I bounced. That's gonna hurt my score a lot. Wolf guy, is this game just landing and flight challenges? No free flight? No, there's tons of free flight. You can just fly from anywhere. I just have been doing the landing challenges because I love them. I did not land on the designated runway. That's all right. I'm gonna keep playing on my own. Fire Native wants to know the tower gives you directions. Yeah, you can call the tower and get directions in, and or you can turn that to where it's all done in the assist menu. And as far as, you know, free flights are concerned, like this is your map. Just it's the entire planet Earth. I thought it would be fun to fly from this little airfield down here in Antarctica. Belgrano Airport, and I forgot that it's cold down there, and I de-iced and I iced up and crashed on my way to Chile, Patagonia. So, all right, everyone, thank you. This has been tons of fun. I will be online, and you can find me there. Make sure to stick around though, because in 52 minutes. We're going live with NG Plus, which is always a good time. By the way, I'm on that on Wednesdays, so you can check me out there. I'll probably talk about Flight Simulator for the next foreseeable future. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much. It's been awesome. You're the best. I love you all. Kisses.